Today, we're taking a close look at the 2025 Honda Shadow Aero 750, a cruiser motorcycle that has managed to keep its old-school charm while offering some welcome modern updates. For fans of classic design paired with proven reliability, this bike may hit that perfect balance. Let's start by walking around the side and rear to appreciate its styling and build. The moment you glance at the side profile of the Shadow Aero 750, it's clear Honda wanted to keep the spirit of traditional cruisers alive. The long, low stance and teardrop-shaped fuel tank are as iconic as ever. The smooth, flowing lines on the side are complemented by the large, chromed-out exhaust pipes that sweep toward the rear, giving it a powerful yet elegant silhouette. The chrome detailing doesn't just stop at the exhaust, it continues on the engine covers, the headlamp housing, and around the fenders, giving this bike a premium presence without being gaudy. The 2025 model comes with subtle refinements to the paint finishes and trim. Color options this year include a deep metallic red, classic black, and a striking pearl white, all with hand-laid pinstriping that adds a touch of craftsmanship. Moving around to the back, the rear fender is wide and gracefully curved, wrapping neatly around the fat rear tire. It provides a nice contrast to the slimmer front end and balances the overall shape of the bike. The taillight has been slightly modernized for 2025, featuring a more integrated look with LED lighting while still maintaining the vintage aesthetic. The rear seat has a clean look, and the optional passenger backrest and chrome luggage rack blend in nicely with the overall design without disrupting the flow. Honda hasn't strayed far from the Aero's roots, and that's part of its charm, and it looks like a bike that's been around for decades, only with finer details and sharper craftsmanship. The rear suspension setup remains hidden, preserving that hardtail look that cruiser lovers admire, while still offering actual comfort thanks to a dual shock system that does a good job of smoothing out uneven roads. The seating position is classic cruiser, relaxed, upright, and extremely comfortable. Swing a leg over, and you'll notice the seat height is quite low at around 25.9 inches, which makes it very approachable, especially for shorter riders or those new to the cruiser segment. The seat is well cushioned with a leather-like material that's weather-resistant and soft to the touch. The handlebars are slightly pulled back, making for an ergonomic reach, and the forward-mounted foot pegs give that laid-back, feet-forward stance that cruiser fans love. The rider triangle feels natural, and long rides won't leave you cramped. When it comes to the cockpit, simplicity is the theme, but it's not bare bones. You get a large analog speedometer mounted on the tank, which gives a retro vibe. Beneath it, there's a small LCD screen that displays the odometer, trip meter, and fuel gauge. It's basic, but legible and functional. Honda has added a USB-C charging port tucked under the left side panel for this model year, which is a welcome addition for riders using smartphones for navigation. Switch gear on the handlebars remains familiar and tactile. You won't find any complex menus or ride modes here, just straightforward, reliable controls that are easy to operate even with gloves on. The heart of the 2025 Honda Shadow Aero 750 is the tried and true 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine. This engine has been a staple of Honda's cruiser lineup for years, and for good reason. It's smooth, torquey, and bulletproof in terms of reliability. It produces around 44 horsepower and 47 pounds-feet of torque, delivered low in the rev range. That means you get solid pull from a stop and enough grunt for highway cruising without constantly downshifting. It's mated to a 5-speed transmission that offers smooth shifts with a solid, mechanical feel. The gearing is perfectly matched for the type of riding this bike is built for: easygoing cruises, weekend rides, and commuting with style. What's new for 2025 is a slight revision to the engine mapping for better throttle response, particularly at low speeds. This makes the Aero feel a bit more lively off the line and more refined at city speeds. The exhaust note is classic cruiser low, burbly, and satisfying without being obnoxious. It's not going to shake the street, but it'll definitely turn heads for the right reasons. The shaft drive system continues to be one of the highlights of the Aero, offering low maintenance and smooth power delivery. You won't have to worry about cleaning or adjusting chains to just ride, service occasionally, and enjoy. Handling-wise, the Shadow Aero isn't built for carving canyons, but it holds its own on winding roads. The steel frame is rigid enough to feel planted in corners, and the 41mm front forks, along with the twin rear shocks, provide a comfortable ride over bumps and rough patches. The bike is stable and predictable, which is exactly what you want from a cruiser. Braking is managed by a single disc up front and a drum at the rear, and while it may sound outdated, it performs adequately for the bike's weight and intended use. ABS is available as an option, and honestly, it's worth getting if you plan on riding in all weather conditions or doing longer touring. In terms of fuel economy, the Aero 750 is quite efficient for a V-twin cruiser. You can expect around 55 miles per gallon depending on your riding habits. With a 3.7-gallon fuel tank, that gives you a decent range for most weekend trips or daily commuting without frequent fuel stops. One of the biggest draws of the Shadow Aero 750 is how manageable and user-friendly it is. It's not intimidating, doesn't require high revs or aggressive riding, and it offers a calm, composed demeanor on the road. It's a bike that encourages you to relax, enjoy the ride, and take the scenic route. There's no rush, just the open road and the satisfying thrum of a V-twin under you. When it comes to pricing, the 2025 Honda Shadow Aero 750 is positioned as an affordable entry point into the cruiser world. The base MSRP is around $8,299 for the non-ABS version, and $8,699 if you opt for ABS. Considering what you get: a proven reliability, timeless styling, solid performance, and Honda's legendary build quality, and it's a very competitive price in the midsize cruiser segment. There are also several factory accessories available, including saddlebags, windshields, passenger backrests, and more, allowing you to tailor the bike to your needs. And since this is a Honda, maintenance and long-term ownership costs are relatively low, which makes it an excellent value proposition for riders who want to enjoy motorcycling without the financial burden. So after spending time with the 2025 Shadow Aero 750, it's easy to see why it continues to be a fan favorite. It's not trying to be something it's not. It doesn't overwhelm you with tech or aggressive styling. Instead, it offers a riding experience that's authentic, approachable, and deeply satisfying. Whether you're a newer rider looking for a first cruiser, a returning rider who wants something easygoing, or a seasoned rider who just appreciates a dependable, good-looking motorcycle that doesn't break the bank, the Shadow Aero fits the bill. It's not the flashiest, it's not the fastest, but it delivers on the things that matter most: comfort, reliability, and that unmistakable cruiser vibe. It's a bike that respects tradition while quietly embracing just enough modernity to keep things fresh. If you're in the market for a midsize cruiser that won't let you down, the 2025 Honda Shadow Aero 750 is absolutely worth a test ride. Let us know in the comments what you think. Would you ride one? And if you've owned a Shadow in the past, we'd love to hear your stories. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed the review, subscribe for more in-depth motorcycle content, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next ride. Until next time, ride safe and enjoy the road.